Hello, I'm Mr. Chris Taylor. I'll be teaching your 8th grade United States History course this year. The first part of the course, the first semester, we'll be looking at colonial America through the American Revolution. The purpose of this presentation is just so you can get to know me a little bit better, my background, my learning style, and then at the end of the presentation I provide a small overview of this course and what this course will entail. I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to being your teacher this year. I was born and raised in the Oklahoma Panhandle, and I attended a small little elementary school called Yarborough. At Yarborough, we were known as the Lobos. And as you can see here, of course, a Lobo is a wolf. This school did a great job preparing me for the rest of my educational career, even though it was a very small school, probably not what you're used to. Yarborough had only 120 students from kindergarten through 12th grade. Needless to say, my class had 5 boys and 5 girls. And yes, it was a public school. When I was 15, my dad decided to sell the farm, and we moved from Oklahoma to Indiana. Anderson, Indiana, to be exact. And while in Anderson, I went to a high school called Anderson Highland, home of the Scots. And as you can see here, obviously we were the Scots and we had kilts, not skirts. This high school was much larger than what I was used to. In fact, my graduating class had 357 students. Imagine going to a school like this compared to having a class of only 10. After graduating from Anderson Highland, I went to Indiana University, and while at IU, I majored in education with a focus in social studies. I graduated in 1994 and enjoyed every moment at IU. After graduating from Indiana University, I moved to Daytona Beach, Florida. There in Daytona, I started teaching at a small little private school called Warner Christian Academy. Why the move from Indiana? Well, I graduated in December 1994, and instead of just sitting around and substitute teaching, I decided it'd be better if I had a full-time job. My good friend was the chaplain at Warner Christian, and he called and said, "We've got a position open." I moved down and taught out in my field and taught physical education. I was in the process of moving back to Indiana. However, while at Warner Christian, I met a 5th grade teacher. And, as they say, the rest is history. We're happily married, and I'm still in Florida. I am currently in my 13th year of teaching, and all 13 years I've been teaching 8th grade United States history. While teaching here in Volusia County, I attended Stetson University between 2003 and 2004 and earned my Master of Education degree in Educational Leadership. Currently, I am teaching at River Springs Middle School. It's a brand new middle school that just opened in Orange City, Florida. Also this year, I have also taken on the responsibility and the opportunity of pursuing my doctoral degree in educational technology at the University of Florida. And that is where I currently am teaching and also where I am currently a student. Now that you know a little bit about my background, I want to quickly mention a little bit about my own personal learning style. I know that there are many different styles to learning, many different multiple intelligences. Some of you may be great audio learners, where all you have to do is listen and hear the information. Others of you may need to actually be able to touch the object and look at it and then learn that way. But as you can see by this slide, I am 100% visual. Give me a graph, a map, a table, something of that nature, and I will be very happy. That's the best way that I learn. As a result, Obviously, I love computers because the computer gives me great opportunities to use visuals. Who are those who have influenced my education? Well, as you can see here, I've got quite a list, and this list isn't exhaustive. First, my parents. My dad has his own doctorate, and because of his high level of education, it has made me want to achieve the same thing. While I was in junior high school, a great tragedy swept our nation with the explosion of the Challenger. Of course, on that space shuttle was Krista McAuliffe, and her influence influenced me at a very young age. It was at this time I decided I want to be a teacher. While at my small little school there at Yarborough, I had a teacher by the name of Mr. Ketchell. Mr. Ketchell was a wonderful teacher, funny, kind, and he really cared about our learning. When I got to college, Dr. Lucas kind of took me under his wing and helped me with my history. I love history, and it's thanks to him that I kept going with my social studies. In my professional career, one of my principals has been Mr. Polsinelli, and Mr. Polsinelli has been a great encouragement to me. In fact, he's the one that really pushed me to pursue my doctorate. He kept telling me, Mr. Taylor, you can do it. And then finally, my wonderful wife, because without her support, I would not be able to continue in pursuing my doctorate. So these are the people who have influenced my background in education. Well, what about this course? Well, as you know, this is going to be a mixed course. Obviously, you sit in my classroom every day. But we're also going to do a huge component of it online. Therefore, as you can see by the first bullet, the advantage of technology. We're going to be able to do things on the computer that we just simply cannot access while in the classroom. One of the things we'll look at are primary documents and their importance in the study of history. To do this, there are going to be two key components, and that is communication and collaboration. It's going to be key that you communicate with me on a constant basis, but it's also going to be important that you help each other and collaborate and do group work. And there are many different programs and tools that we'll be using throughout this year to complete this course. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or stop me in class and we'll talk afterwards and I try to answer any questions you may have. Thank you very much.